Pickacard. What do they long to say? Here are your options, and I'll see you at your reading.
Okay.
Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 1. So, this person that I'm channeling has beef with you. If you want something soft and fuzzy, you're probably not gonna get it in this pile. So if somebody has beef with you, if you want to hear more about it, stay tuned for your reading. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to my channel. My name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. If you're new here, I hope that you find something that is helpful or encouraging. And for those of you guys that are indeed my repeat offenders, I'm ever so grateful to have you. Thank you so very much. What do they long to say to you? This could be anyone, and I'm going to be reading from the perspective of as neutral as I possibly can. So romantic or non-romantic, we're going to visit both areas, okay? So please be a little bit patient with me as I'm feeling a bit under the weather, but fear not. So what do they long to say for pile number 1? We have the Devil. If you watch a shuffle, this one actually leapt out. This could be a Capricorn. They could be telling you that they feel enslaved. They feel caged in. They feel like there's no way out. They feel, okay, this could be somebody that you are in no contact with. So they could be saying that they feel the distance. They feel like it's a battle between you, even though the Two of Swords typically is a card of non-communication, of stasis. At least in my book it is. It is a card of no contact, basically, as far as I'm concerned. But in this one, they're having a full-on face-off, okay? So this could be something that you are in a situation where you're in a fight with somebody and you're having a heavy disagreement with, and they really long to say that they are ready for battle. Honestly, even though they're feeling caged up, I feel like this talks about them being in a mental space where they can't get over it. They're in a cage and they don't like it, and they want to confront you. They want to confront with harsh words even, and then the world. So they want to talk to you about an ending. And they'd like to, they're longing to say that they feel like this ending, they don't agree with this ending, whatever this was, whether it was a job, whether it was personal, whether it was romantic or not. They don't agree with this ending. And it could be maybe perhaps the way that it ended, or the reason why it ended, or the fact that it ended at all. They don't agree with this at all. And so I feel like they want to fight about it. They're like, no, it's not over. It's almost like it's not over until I say it's over. Now, you guys could actually look like this, whoever this is alluding to. We'll get a little bit into the who with these two corner cards. But one of you guys could be a little bit darker than the other. Maybe one of you guys did tend to be a little bit more fair-skinned or blonde even, or even white-haired. One of you guys could have like facial hair. Sorry, I'm all laughing because I'm like, or you could be like me where you wax your mustache. I'm just kidding. But anyways, I don't need to. Don't judge me. All right. Yeah, but they could be talking about an ending. So we're going to find out a little bit about whom. Pile number 1, if you are liking these kind of readings, if you could like my video, hype this video. That's a new one for me, by the way. Definitely hype the video if you can. I'd really appreciate it. Turn on your notification bell so that you get notified when I drop further readings. For those of you guys that have already done so, I am so grateful. A shout out to you. Thank you so much for your love, your support, and your encouragement. I really do appreciate it. So pile number 1, what do they long to say? And who is this, by the way? So this could be a mature woman, or it could be somebody in their feminine energy. With the number 6, this could have issues to do with give and take, with balance, with the has and has nots. And a mature man. This could be even a married couple, or you could be a little bit in a fight or argument, and this can mean even somebody that you have separated from, okay? So if the narrative fits, then great. If it does not, then don't force it. Simply the message is not for you, and that's okay too. So Pile number 1, what do they long to say to you? Let's see what's going on here. Plan ahead. Prepare for a rainy day and stay flexible. So this can mean that, you know what, they're trying to plan ahead. I feel like they're trying to plan ahead for a way to touch you, confront you, maybe even have a fight with you. This isn't for everybody again. So this part could simply be having words about why things ended. Like, for example, if your job is ending, or if it has ended, or if you're laid off, or if you were partnered with somebody, right, in a romantic way, and you had a breakup, a shakeup, something like that. This could allude to the fact that it's like they want to plan ahead. They want to have a meeting of the minds. They want to kind of plead their case. They want to tell you why it's wrong to end it. All right. What other thing do they long to say? Awareness. Distracted or filling life with other things. So they could even be talking to you guys about, like, they have an awareness that you're filling your life with other things, or that since you've ended it or they've ended it, somebody's filling things up with other things. Look for love and dating. So they could say that, I know that you are looking for love, that kind of a thing. Free flight. Okay, so maybe they want to take a flight to come see you. That would be a thing. Or they want you to take a flight to see them, whatever this is. Ooh, this lighting is horrible. Sorry, guys. There's no winning this lighting situation, huh? What if I turn it off? One moment, please. Okay, well, it is what it is, guys. So this could be stating that they would love to take a flight to be able to have a discussion with you. They want to have a talk. They want to hash it out. They want to settle the score. Something about this screams, I want to talk about things, okay? Give one another space to grow individually. Yeah. And it seems like this person feels confined, like they're forced to give you space to grow individually. Like they're being required by spirit or by this situation to grow. And you also are being required by spirit or the situation to grow. Whoever separated from whom, it doesn't make a difference. Although in this case, this person feels like it does make a difference, okay? But regardless, spirit is saying that you are meant to grow wherever it is that you're at, and they're meant to grow wherever it is that they're at. Even if you're in the same city, state, it doesn't make a difference. If it's a situation where you're in separation, and if you're in a stalemate separation, you're meant to not be reaching out to each other, not to try to be going at it, having words or whatever. But it's meant to really honor this time, to get a clear head, to really even look for love. Like look for love in this situation, right? If this isn't romantic, it could be looking for love in the situation. Like you have to really have that freedom, free flight, have that freedom to fly, to be able to do things on your own timeline, on your own agenda. And I feel like what do they long to say about that is they don't want that freedom. They don't want you to have that freedom. They want to fight it out. They want to duke it out. They want to hash it out, right? With the number 5 right here, this is fluctuation and changes. And maybe these changes have been like long-standing. They don't like that. Okay, let's see what's changed. Let's see if we can get a little bit about the world. Show me what I need to see for pile number 1. For pile number 1 with the world, what do they long to say to pile number 1? And show me now. Okay, the 2 of Wands. It did jump up upside down. So this is like erupting. And when I look at this, I think of like anger. I think of 2 of Wands, expecting anger and things like that. So I feel like this is about like, oh, they weren't angry, or they're not angry, or they're not going to be mad. But I feel like that's not true because they feel caged up. I feel like they're absolutely angry. What would they want to say to you about the world, about this ending, please? 4 of Cups. A little bit like life has no meaning now, that they feel like it's humdrum, like it's the same old thing, same-ish, different day is what I hear specifically. And they are not even, they could be in their drinks. They could be just, yeah, definitely downing drinks, wanting to numb the pain, not wanting to even, they're not growing. They're not like taking this opportunity to do what it was intended for, right? Let's see a little bit about this. So why the separation? Why the stalemate? And why the ending? Let's ask that. Show me what I need to see for pile number 1. What do they long to say? What was this separation, this ending about? Harmony. So they would say to you, it's an end to a harmony. You put an end to harmony. You entered us into the battle ring. It was your choice, that kind of a thing. Being in tune with each other and getting along. Yeah. Good rapport, easy going. So they would say about this that the way things ended or whatever ended, we had a good rapport. Why did you end this? Or why did this have to end? If it's a job situation, then we were getting along so well. Things were going so, everything is going so well. But it wasn't. Otherwise, you wouldn't have that ending. You wouldn't have to fight about it. Sweet home. Yeah, and I'm not going to read all of the things right here because I feel like this is more romantic. Make it a good home or life. I'm like, I'm not going to do that, but what I just did. So this could be a situation where this person has a lot of things that they long to say, but what they say really belies what their heart is actually going through, because what they're going through is a lot of strife, a lot of anger, a lot of like, I don't want it that way. With a 4 of Cups right here, that tells me that they don't want to deal with things the way that they are, the status quo. They're not liking it whatsoever. Let's see. Show me what I need to see. And I feel like, okay, yeah, they feel like they are waiting for you to come around physically, or that you will come to your senses, or that, yeah, that you will come around to a situation, really see things the way that they see things. Plan ahead. And look at this. So I feel like even with this plan ahead, this person right here, I feel like the main message right here is that this person is spying on you, watching you, and they are seeing what transformations you are making within their absence, within maybe the parting of the ways or whatever this is. If it's a friendship, then they're like, well, what are you doing now if you don't have me as a best friend? That kind of a thing. So I definitely feel like a lot of anger from this person and or situation. And they're unsure how to proceed. Yeah. They would not tell you that though. But let's see more. The 2 of Swords. So the stalemate situation. What do they have to say about this, please? What would they love to say about this? Let's see that. Love blooms. Yeah. And I feel like, you know what? I feel like they would pull on your heartstrings. They would say like, well, we always got along and everything was so harmonious. And, you know, I miss you coming around, things like that. A romance blossoms into full bloom. It's like they would say, if this is romantic, that, you know, that it just takes us a while in order to overcome this. Why did you end it? Why do we have to be in a fight? It's like, it's your fault that we're fighting, that we're not getting along, or you're not like towing the line, is what I feel more than anything. So I feel like this person is actually kind of lying to themselves. And perfect moves. Yeah, they feel like they have the perfect moves that they can kind of rope you back into this game. And it's like, well, wasn't it fun? Didn't we have fun? Didn't we do all the things? Okay, your perspective. Show me what I need to see about pile number 2. Your perspective that just jumped out. Strong roots. So your perspective, yeah, is that you can have strong roots. This could be family ties again, building. Foundation of trust with someone. Yeah, and this has to do with like, yeah, strong roots, strong foundation. Faithful friends first. So this is stating that, you know, you are aware that you have the roots, strong roots, but that you need to maybe even rebuild stronger roots, that maybe things weren't always sunshine and rainbows. Show me what I need to see. What is the problem here then? If everything is great and that's what they long to say. Love song. Okay. That to me is very unclear. I'm going to pull out a whole same deck. Show me what I need to see. What is the root of the problem here? What is the root of the problem for pile number 1? Because this person seems a little delulu, like they're not in touch or in denial. Show me what I need to see. What was the problem to begin with, please? And show me now. Okay, yep. So things were a burden. Things were a burden. It could have been, there could have been a lot of like pop-offs from anger. You could have felt like you were carrying the weight of the world. They could have felt like they were carrying the weight of the world. Whoever ended it, I feel. Show me what I need to see. What is the real thing going on here for pile number 1? Queen of Pentacles. So maybe this has to do with like gaining balance in life, with setting down roots. Queen of Pentacles is very much like, excuse me, very approachable. And for things to shut down just like that, I feel like very approachable, but will not be taken advantage of. So it could be a situation where you felt like you were being taken advantage and you put an end to things. You're like, yep, the cycle ends here. And that's the end of it. Show me what I need to see. What is the real deal here? These cards are all mixed up now. Queen of Swords and Justice. Yeah. So I feel like the real thing that happened right here is that you were overburdened. Maybe people were taking your kindness for weakness. Maybe you were in a cycle right here because it talks about roots, family cycles, and they don't want that to end. But it was exhausting. It was backbreaking work. It was like you felt like you were never making progress, like you were never going to get out of the darkness right here. And you decided to pull and withdraw your energy or end some kind of a cycle. You decided that things were going to be an even keel. It's almost like, okay, what you give is kind of what you get, that kind of energy. Or you were going to write in the scale with a justice or some form of justice right here. Now, for some of you, a few, maybe 3 of you, what this can have to do with actually some legal proceeding going on, okay, that you... Maybe you took each other to court. Somebody took each other to court. I don't know. If not, this is spiritual court, okay? So they are in spiritual prison. And that's because you took them to spiritual court with your intelligence. See, I feel like you could have outmaneuvered this person, or they feel like you could have outmaneuvered it, the whole situation. And one last card here. Last card for pile number 1. The 4 of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, you are holding back. You are tending to things on your own. You are, you know, pretty much alone here. I mean, like all the cards are alone, but if you look right here, it seems like she's in an oasis with a waterfall. And it's almost like, you know what, you're not allowing people to be privy to maybe your emotions or what it is that you're thinking. She's brushing her hair. She's tending to herself. Maybe it was a situation where you were always like having to deal with other people's problems or dumping it on you, or expectations and things like that. Maybe if you raised your siblings and things like that, you're kind of like, all right, I'm done with that. That was just, even my back is hurting actually as I do this reading. So you could have had back problems, or just expressing simply that this is heavy and is carrying the weight of the world at this point in time. Okay, so that is what I have. Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, namaste. Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 2, what do they long to say to you? Well, first of all, even with this image right here, I feel heavy spying, heavy surveillance, heavy watching you. So take that however you will. Join me for your reading in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I hope that you find something that is helpful or encouraging. And for those of you guys that are indeed my repeat offenders, I am ever so grateful. Thank you so very much. Pile number 1. I'm sorry, pile number 2. What do they long to say to you? So we have the 10 of Pentacles. This can involve family or business collaboration. The 5 of Swords. So fighting among family or somebody being deceitful. This could be somebody who was deceptive or is being deceptive within the family, by the way. I see the 5 of Swords always as like a lot of deceit. And I'm looking at this penguin, like petting her. It's kind of funny. So the penguin's like lending comfort, while this person, this mermaid, is sitting here in the outs, like not wanting to fight. She's gotten cut, actually. So let's see what else we have here. Then we have the Hermit. Wow. So whatever this is, whatever fight, whatever animosity, I was not expecting fighting today. So here we are fighting. Okay. This person longs to say that they've gone within, that they're going deep within. This is kind of like a creepy version of the Hermit card. I mean, look at that. This is like an octopus, octopi. I think so. Well, anyways. Yeah. But it seems like this person longs to say that they too have gone within, that maybe they're even at odds with themselves or the whole situation. And this could be about you, or this can involve a family. Now, for some of you guys, I feel like this is more romantic in this case. Let's see if I can get the lighting to do its light thing. Can we do that? Maybe. Okay, well, it seems okay so far. So I feel like this could have to do with maybe a family. Somebody had a family or has a family, but they have been really deceitful. And maybe this was somebody who partnered with you in the past or has a current family right now, but they've been really deceitful. And somehow, some way they injured you, okay? So you're like the injured party, and they have been forced to go within. So I feel like that is the beginning of this story. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see if we can get more of a who, right? Because it's interesting with this Hermit card, this one is actually going towards the right. And for me, all the hermits usually go towards the left, which is a past. This one is like, where am I headed? What direction am I headed in the future? Very future oriented. So I feel like this has to do with somebody who left you behind, or they went ahead, even if you separated from them or vice versa, it doesn't make a difference. They went on to have a whole different family, a whole ass family. And I feel like they're kind of looking at the future with that family, basically without you. All right. Expectations. So, and house. So this could have been almost like this through the camera looked like she was carrying a baby, but this could have been a situation where it involved somebody with child, or you could be with child, or they really thought that they were going to have a family with you, but they went ahead and had a family elsewhere. And now they're looking at the past and what they did to you. And they're like, okay, well, I know the past, but what can I do moving forward? Like, does it have to end this way? That kind of a thing. So what else did they long to say to you? Awareness. Okay, well, that's something. Let's come in clear here. So awareness, distracted or fulfilling life with other things. Yeah. I feel like in this case, this talks about they have a distraction with you is actually what I almost said accidentally. So maybe they feel like their brain keeps going back to you, and they long to say that. Now, with the penguin, you know the penguins, how it is said, and I've never asked the penguins, so I don't know for a fact, that they actually, the male brings over the female a pebble if he likes her. And if she accepts it, that they mate for life. At least that's what I remember reading. So this could be a situation where they kind of gave you a pebble and you guys were penguins, like mating for life. And all of a sudden it's like, ta-da, I have a whole new family behind your back, or I've always had a family behind your back, or I lied, something about lying and cheating and swindling. So you were injured in this, and they want to come and give you a pat, kind of like, I know that you were injured, I know you were hurt, but what is the prognosis to move forward with you? I feel like that's what this person is saying. And I feel like in this case with this hermit, typically, this is like Virgo vibes, right? But typically, again, I would say this is somebody who took inventory about their past. But in this case, I feel like they're only looking at very superficial past, not about like what caused them to behave in a manner that would cause rivalry or fighting or acting behind people's backs. So whatever this is, it's very negative, because it's like, to me, it's lying, cheating, and stealing, right? And this is moving forward. So I feel like they only looked at the assessment of like, oh, wow, well, you know, I know you had an expectation, but I moved on with somebody else. Now, is there a way that I can come back? That's kind of how I'm reading this. That's kind of how it's feeling. And it's like, well, do you have a house that I can move into? Absolutely not. You know, and what are your expectations? So 8, 9, 10. So there's been an ending right here. And with you, I feel like with that 10, that just talks about a cycle of completion. Like, you don't expect anything anymore, but they're wondering. It's like with the number 2, right? Reduces to 2. This could have to do with your home. Interesting. So they could have an awareness of your home. Let's see what's going on right here. What do they long to say, though? That's not a lot. It's almost like they're still being cunning. I don't like it. I don't like it. Loyalty. They'd love to tell you, oh, that it's endless love, that they've never forgotten you, that they've never gotten over you, that it's always been you, that the loyalty lies with you. That's not what I'm seeing here. And I feel, pile number 2, if this is your narrative, your story, that that's not how they acted towards you either. So I would say that this hermit wants to tell you that moving forward, they want to be loyal only to you, that they regret their actions, which is interesting. I mean, why now? Why the regret? It's almost like trying to get out of a situation. You belong here, sir, or ma'am, whatever the person is. You already have a family. You already got your loyalty to the family. So this could be saying that they have a loyalty to their family, but that their heart, they want to move with you. It's always been you. They want to be loyal to you. They want to move in your house. All right, let's see. Why is the house here? Not with the Hermit card. Show me what I need to see for these cards right here for pile number 2. What do they long to say to pile number 2? Why is this house here? And show me now. The King of Swords. It's that they want to communicate clearly, that they see clearly. They want to communicate without emotion. It's almost like they're even mad about things. Interesting. And it's almost like, why do I have to explain myself? Why do I have to say anything? Whatever comes out of their mouth is going to be very, very cool. Endless love. If they feel like you would be open to like sweet nothings whispered in your ear, it's going to feel mighty chilly, by the way. Why? Because there's no meaning behind it. The 2 of Wands. I want to see for an option. The 2 is always about options right here. This is about like, well, I could do the old or do the new or return to something familiar. And they're trying to see, is that volcano going to blow? What's going on here? What they would say is, hey, are you open? Because I have clarity to bring you. I have things to tell you. I have a truth to give you. Or I want to come clean. Maybe the way that they should have from the very beginning. What would they say? What do they long to say, the Moon? They long to talk to you. Look, also, very chilly. With this Moon, I feel like they're very deceptive. And I feel like they're angry that they even have to think about explaining themselves, actually. So, interesting. Because the King of Swords could be cruel. They could be like, well, that's a fact. I had a family, so what do you want me to do? That kind of a communication. And I just saw the number 911 on camera right now. These are not good. These are not good. I was not expecting all this drama. What? More drama? Hell no. You don't want this person. I'm just saying. Show me what I need to see for pile number 2. What do they long to say? They would love to have a fight with you. There has been a stalemate here. Also, Wheel of Fortune. They would love to see if they can navigate towards you. Would it be smooth sailing? Would it be better waters, clear waters? They have a lot of like going on. Too many people in their lives, and they just want to tend to themselves. Look, they want to drink, eat, and be merry with you. They want to enjoy the good times. Don't you remember the good times? Pile number 2. After you wrecked, you cut my hand. You wrecked my life. You lied. All these lies. The Moon signifies intuition, but also a lot of lies, a lot of deception. Energy is what I'm getting. 10 of Cups. So they want to say that I have the 10 of Pentacles with Sunch over here, whom I married, whom I officially gave my ring. My family approves, and we're all one big happy family. But they want to say that even though I lied, cheated, stole, did all the things, and I was the most, my heart belongs to you. The 10 of Cups. It's like I miss at times. I feel like you're really where my heart lies. I have romantic feelings. I would love to revisit this. This is emotional fulfillment, emotional gratification. This is good times. I'm hearing good times from that show. The Empress, yeah. This is about, again, a pregnancy. And maybe they want to get you pregnant, or they would like to have a family with you. Because this is the Empress, and she's been all of the Four of Queens. It doesn't make a difference, male or female. It means that you've mastered, you have mastery about you. You are the North Star. They view you as a North Star. But look at the difference here. This Willie is chilly. Look, this merman is so chilly, and this luxurious empress is just doing super well. Maybe they see you doing super well. Maybe it seems like you have all the things. Maybe it could have something to do with money here, with like, yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune coming up. It's like, how can I benefit from you? That's what I'm feeling. Yep, Knight of Swords, reckless communication, wild communication, fast communication, hurtful words. They could have been somebody who was sharp with their tongue. Two of Pentacles, somebody who juggled you, yeah. And you know what the rabbits like to do, right? So rabbits procreate easily. This person could have spread their seed everywhere, far and wide. They have zero loyalty and zero self-respect. What would they love to say to you? Seven of Wands. They could be like defensive. It's like, no, don't come towards me with the truth. Or like, I don't want to face the fact that, you know, I got to come clean. Because there's something about being angry about having to speak the truth. They just, yeah, they want to come with an offer. And a page offers you what? A page is a child. A little message of like, oh my gosh, you're so hot, or oh my God, you still look so good, or oh my goodness, I still have a flame for you, a desire for you, endless love for you. I still have feelings for you. Huh. What? I'm hearing cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. This person, yeah, is not to be trusted. Oh, what they want to say, though, is that they see you at work. They want to roll up their sleeves and work with you. They want to be diligent. That's what they would see. That's what they would say, but I feel like they're lying. And then the Sun, they would say that they see that you have great reputation. They've always thought really well about you. And they want to kind of like pivot and change, or they want to add you to the, is it menagerie? I don't know how to pronounce that. Queen of Wands, yeah, this is a mistress energy. You could have been the mistress in their eyes, or they could have been, they could have had a mistress. Page of Pentacles, and they've been really slow to return. If this is somebody from the past, very slow to return. Last card, Five of Wands. Yeah, they want to challenge you. They want to fight. It's almost like, why bring that old energy back? And that's all they want, is they want to fight. And they want to see what they can win. They want to glow up. They want peace. But they themselves can offer nothing. They do not bring peace. They bring war. War with their mouths. They bring fire. They bring smecks. They bring, this almost looks like a beer being poured. Alcohol, maybe. Yeah, they want to bring the good times. They want to bring the little magic stick with you. I've got the magic stick. Yeah, they want to juggle somewhere. It's like you're an empress, though. Why would you even entertain that idea? It's like you're doing really, really well. You could live in a tropical place. You could be somewhere tropical, or they want to go on a vacation with you. But I feel like they would just bring a lot of empty words towards you. So that is what I'm thinking. But if you can take a moment to like and hype this video, that would be great. Or let me know what your thoughts are. Much love. Until next time. Namaste.
Okay.
Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 3. What do they long to say to thee? Well, I will say about this, I mean, look at the lenses on that pair of glasses. One of them is pretty dark. The other one is semi-clear. So I feel like they want to come clean. They want to communicate something, but remain in the shadows. Join me for your reading. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I hope that you find something that is helpful or encouraging. And for those of you guys that are indeed my repeat offenders, I'm ever so grateful. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for listening, for all of your comments and all of your support. Pile number 3. What do they long to say to thee? I feel like this reading is different. The other two are really kind of difficult. So let's see what we have going on. Pile number 3. 5 of Cups. And you have the 6 of Wands. Wow. Interesting. Oh my gosh. It's almost like, fine, you've successfully made me miss you. They would say they miss you. They have a longing. They wish that things were the way they were when they were. that they see you succeeding. They see all the attention that maybe perhaps you're gleaning, or that you have gleaned. Maybe perhaps that you're a performer. Maybe you are indeed a street performer, or a performer like an actor or something like that. They could be talking also an acknowledgement about like how well you're doing with work, or how other people see that you are a rare type of a mermaid, person, right? This one seems like all the bright oranges. You could be like a Leo, Sag, Aries. I'm like, hello, Grisel, think. You could have conquered the swallowing of fire, whatever that means. Maybe you're like maybe you do fire play. I don't know. Somebody here does cupping, or somebody needs cupping to be done. Fire cupping. It's pretty cool, I think. Let's see what else we have right here. What does this person long to say? 7 of Wands. That they feel defensive. They see the changes, improvements that you've made. They long to say, they long to say a lot of things, but they're like, okay, no pictures, no paparazzi, just kidding. They're like, they don't want anybody witnessing, maybe bearing witness to the fact that they want to talk to you. That's something, because it seems like that you're very public, or maybe you have like mutual friends, something like that. And it could be a situation where they're like, I don't want nobody to see that I'm actually trying to deep dive, get out of my element, because I'm not a mermaid, a merman. I'm actually human. And I want to dive in and actually speak with you, tell you how I feel or whatever, or tell you about my sadness or what I regret. And yet I don't want all these people like paparazzi, pop, all these lights. Like, I don't want the limelight on me. I don't want people to see me trying to talk to you. Maybe they're embarrassed. Maybe perhaps they could have exhibited some action. Yeah, maybe they just took some type of an action that was in full view of the public, and now they want to apologize in private. And it's interesting, right? Because if we do things publicly, then we should be able to apologize publicly, or be like, man, I screwed that one up. I'm really sorry. But this person wants to come towards you, I feel like, in secret, like, and you have the upper hand for sure, but they're like, yeah, I don't want nobody to know that I'm out of my element, that I had to put on a breathing gear to get to where you're at. First of all, like, it's making an effort now to kind of rewind. Let's see what else they would say to you. Divine match. This person would say that you are their divine match. Do they feel like you are a divine match? I might have to take out the light again. Lighting has not been my friend today, you guys. And I'm not feeling super well. So if I sound funny, then I am funny. Kind of. Not like that. Yeah. I guess that's semi-better. Okay. But yeah, but they would say that they want to speak with you, but they don't want other people present, and that they do feel sorry, that they have regret, that they miss the times when it was kind of easy, but they failed to see that there's still a 2 of Cups right here. So what do they long to say? Pile number 3 with the number 3 for V. And the number 20, you could be coming from pile number 2. Not necessarily, though. So this has to do with couples, with coupling, conscious coupling. I'm just kidding. Yeah, almost like following your destiny and a love that's meant to be. So somebody is definitely in their feelings about you. Let's get more. Why? Well, time heals. They're hoping that with the passage of time that you'll be able to forgive them, or whatever it is that happened right here. Or maybe like an offering. It's like, look, it's been a long time. Can we get over this kind of a thing? Whatever happened in public, I feel. Plan ahead. This one came out in pile number 1. Maybe you've been to all the piles, and if so, thank you so much. Maybe perhaps you assigned a person in mind for each pile. And I'm super grateful. I'm like, hey, I see you. So yeah, this person definitely could be spying on you. They're seeing if anything has changed with you. What are they hoping to see? Time heals. They want to see if maybe you're not upset anymore, or like if you miss them. Show me what I need to see for pile number 3. Flying high in adventures. Okay. So Pile number 3, what they would say about thee is that they see that you have really good reputation, that it only continues to grow, that it makes it more intimidating to approach you. You feel less approachable. They feel out of their element and even approaching you. And I feel like that's not really them, which is really interesting. They want to take a new adventure with you. Maybe they want to take you places. Yeah, flying high. Maybe they want to take you on like a hot air balloon trip, or yeah, suggest something like that, like a new adventure, new travel, so that maybe perhaps you can kind of get over this thing. They want to plan ahead, want to plan a trip with you. Let's see. They want to know if you'd be open to this. Okay, so tell me, why is the 5 of Cups here? I feel like they messed up. Show me what I need to see with the 5 of Cups. And show me now. Embrace change. Through the challenges, true communication can flourish. Yeah, they want to be able to like communicate with you, but I don't know if they're willing to be vulnerable. Show me what I need to see. What happened here in the past? Ever after. Huh. Maybe they felt like they were living a retirement life with you, like they could picture being married to you or with you as a partner. They could picture you as a life partner. I did not set out to do love readings. Let's see what's going on. Nurture growth and warm brew. What? Maybe it's been a slow burn. Maybe you're a slow burn. Speak softly to disarm any dispute or confusion. Maybe they hope that you will speak softly to them, that they feel like you're a divine match. Nurture growth. That's what they would wish to happen. But I want to know what happened. Okay. Give me the dirt. What happened here? Show me what I need to see. Why are they sad? Huh. Death, an ending. So you could have had an ending. This person appears to be putting a little mermaid baby into the water. And then you have the mer people maybe taking the child away. Maybe it was like a beginning. Death can also be Scorpio, right? This could be Scorpio. Maybe they had led with like Scorpio tendencies, like with mystery and maybe not necessarily deception, but they didn't have full disclosure for sure. If this person had any of that energy in them, they would have led with a very sexual foot, right? And maybe that just put everything into a watery grave. 2 of Wands. Maybe they treated you as an option. They're looking for the heat. Who's hotter? Maybe that's a thing. Maybe they had a family, 10 of Pentacles. Or because of family opinions, they pivoted. 6 of Pentacles. Something about childhood. Something about giving. Giving to... Something could involve a child from before. So maybe they had like a whole family. I don't know. I don't necessarily feel that. The Hierophant, yeah, they had another commitment, a prior commitment. And it seemed like it was a massive commitment. It's like they signed up for it and it's this big old book and they can't get out of it. That's what they feel. Show me what happened. And why is the 5 of Cups here? And show me now. 9 of Pentacles. This almost looked like skull teeth, right? Up on top. This could have to do with wanting to be single. They think you want to be single. They want that you're flourishing by yourself or they're flourishing by themselves. Take that however it fits, if indeed it does fit. Show me what I need to see. What about this house right here? Show me what I need to see. And show me now. What would they say? What are they longing to say? 10 of Cups. It's like they feel like they get out of 10 of Cups with you. A great partnership, emotional gratification. But, you know, 10 of Cups doesn't really feel like loyalty to me. Ace of Pentacles. Almost like these two things... I feel like you could have been bamboozled, okay? Maybe they talked about like a fine game or alluded to like there was a partnership or something in the works or potential. But look at this. Doesn't it look like these pearls right here? And I'm hearing they just came to get their rocks off and now they want to like apologize, that kind of a thing. Because I feel like they've done a lot of thinking, and I feel like they miscalculate, they misjudge the situation, or misjudge like how they would feel or what they would think about things in the end. And you have this, and it was almost like, well, there's a treasure here. You could come and grab the pearls if you'd like. There's a treasure to be had. And in the end, the treasure was like, just kidding. I want to be single. I don't want to be partnered. I have a commitment elsewhere. Compromiso. Compromiso. I have a, not compromise, but I have a, yeah, I have commitments elsewhere. And then I wands. Yeah. I'm hearing I came, I saw, and I conquered. Okay, so that's what happened. So they could have like tapped that. Okay, sorry. I'll be mature-ish. Show me what I need to see. So what happened here? Like, I mean, yeah, deceptive energy as well. You could be coming from pile number 2. Show me what happened for pile number 3, please, and show me now. Hangman. They could have made up their mind. They felt like they were like all bound up, all tied up. They didn't really know what to do. Their hands are tied behind their backs. It's like my hands are tied. Can't do anything. The number 1212 on camera just now. Master number. And they want things to get better. I feel like this energy feels a little bit better than pile number 2. But marginally. I'll say that. Okay. What else do they long to say? The Chariot, they want to head towards you. They want to break a stalemate and head towards you. Okay, that's all I got. Let me know what you guys think. Much love to you. Until next time, namaste.